Hello everyone, it's Geisha. I'm back. I'm now going to construct a journal, the journal. This is part of a cardstock pack from Tim Holtz. It's called Ideology, and I cut out this part for the cover, and I might use the leftovers for some pockets or other things. I've cut this 7/3 high by 9/3 wide, and I'm going to cut my papers just a sliver smaller. So I'll put this aside, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff here on my counter that, okay, I think I will iron this to freezer paper and then sew it onto paper or glue it on paper, because if I glue this part on paper, the paper will wrinkle. And freezer paper, it works really good on freezer paper, so I might do that. It's going to be garden themed, so I might get a garden book out and cut some images out of. I might use this part of this as one of the pages. And I'm not sure how much I will actually show and how much I will just add in later. So let's cut this to size. There. Pretty good. Alright, so I'll use that one. And I have some coffee dyed paper that I printed lines on. If your paper is not too wrinkly on here from the coffee dyeing, you can feed it through your printer. But I have used a bit thicker, heavier paper, and the wrinkles were more defined. And my printer had a hard time grabbing it, so you might want to be careful doing this. I have some hand dyed paper that I printed lines on. This is a collage that I made and then scanned it to my computer and printed out. Also put another line on. And I will be ironing this and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So I was cutting my papers and I had written down that they had to be 7/3, but they need to be 7 1/4 high, and then fold it over. This here is baking papers that you can find in a grocery aisle at the dollar store. Your grocery store might something also, but then there's like a brand on it, on the paper itself. Their logo is on it. Okay, so now I have to recut all these papers. And I have a little tray here that I keep every cut off in from this project, so that if I need a little bit of this or that, I have it readily at hand. Now I have 5 regular lined coffee dyed papers here. Now instead of cutting them all to size, I will cut the height. And then, as you can see from the top, I will probably make them fold over pockets. So this was 2, 4, 6, 7 1/4. 7 1/4. So I scored. I got 5 papers here. I don't need them all. So I will score at, I did it 4.5, 4 5/8, and 9 1/8. So this will be either a flip out that I leave open, or I will sew over here and here to make it into a pocket. And I rather sew than use glue. I am supposed to be a quilter, so maybe that's why I like my sewing machine. 4 9 1/8. Alright, put this away. Now I have quite a variety of papers. I got a book page, like a dictionary, and it has the word flower in it. Flower, flow, flow. This is the sewing pattern. That's my collaged one. So this is the rooster. I might sew it in the middle of here. I'll never get it all the way on here. I don't like it as a flip out. So I might place it on this one. This is sort of packaging paper. And I have to get, this one is too high. How wide is this? It might just fit on a page. Okay, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. So that's how far I'm at right now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all or not. And maybe I will even make 2 signatures. This is the cover. Very pretty. And this is the cutoff from the bottom. I think I'm going to use this strip here. Maybe the top part. Could do the top part too. I like the. And I will sew it to the bottom, and then I have 2 pockets like such. 2 inches is more than enough. Okay, I might do that. So I will be assembling the signatures, and I will sew through the middle with my sewing machine, and then I will come back. Okay, I kind of have the signatures how I want them. I decided with going with 2 signatures. I found another nice paper with flowers on it for the cover of the signature. Now these are the papers. This is a napkin that I ironed on freezer paper and then stitched on. Sudoku. I have a pattern page from a sewing pattern that is packaging paper that comes in it. And I've been adding envelopes to a page. I just sewed them on, so there's 2 pieces, 2 places for something to go there. Here's my rooster. Dictionary page. This is a page from an Edith Holden book. This is baking paper. And here I also use the same envelopes. I cut a little bit off like so and re-cornered the corners and stitched it on, same as with the other one. 2 places for pockets. Maybe I should have stitched further. That's okay though. And it's my page. So 2 in here. Alright, I'll do the other one later. Really push it all back in the center there. And I'm going to do this with my ruler and cutter. And this is going to be tough. I think I need a bigger ruler. Bigger cutter, I mean. There. I think I got everything. Alright, nicely lined up. Let's do that again. Not the outside cover, that has to come off. Okay. So the signatures are somewhat similar, but not quite. Alright, I'll cut this right away with the big one. Okay then. Okay, so this goes in here, and this goes in here. Yeah, I think I'm good here. Okay, I'll be sewing this. And now for the part that I want to, so this has to all fit in here, which it will. And this has to come over slightly. And maybe I will add, maybe, no, I will add a pocket here for a pen. Let me find a pen, right? Like so. Now I have to figure out how to close it yet. And here is where I have to, there, that's the center. Just about here. This is going to be covered by this. This is the piece of fabric sample from the upholstery fabric. And on the bottom it has a piece of paper to it. And I cut two pieces, so they're doubled up. So this should be strong enough. I'll be cutting a hole. Oh, that's going to be tight. All the way at the bottom. Well, I'm probably going to do what I did earlier. I actually cut a hole, like, not a hole. It will make the book stays put better. Okay, so this will be coming over here. All right, I'll be back.